Hello everyone, and welcome to another video of Thomas the Tank Engine. So, what you see in front of you is the Bluebird Thomas set from 1997. And if you're not familiar with this, Bluebird Toys is a Bluebird company that was in the UK that made these type of sets. And unfortunately, these were the only sets they made. There's actually 4 sets in total, but the two of them I have are these fold-up Thomas sets, and the other 2 are just bigger non-compatible sets, which is weird, but they do come with more characters. And sadly, Bluebird Toys was bankrupt in 1998, which is very sad to me. I kind of wish that this series continued, because I love these sets. But anyways, if you aren't familiar with what these are, you might not know what they are, but they're these type of Polly Pocket style Thomas sets, unlike the other 2 sets I mentioned. You have this track here. This is one of the most cleverly made toys I've ever seen, and it's one of the cutest I've seen. Look how small this is compared to my hands and my You should see how small Thomas is. He is pretty tiny. They have these rollers on the bottom so that they go on these tracks. Yeah, but these are the super cutest Thomas toys I ever had in my collection. I love small things, and this captures that. So I kind of wish that Mattel re-released this line and made more, because, I mean, it's nice that we're getting Thomas minis, but they feel kind of generic and cheaply made, but these look like they were made perfectly. They have a nice quality. The faces are awesome. You got Thomas, you got Terrence, you got the truck. What more could you want? Am I right? And this set has, so many features.
Let me see the other 2 so I can get a close-up.
Okay, we got the troublesome truck. And then you have cute little Terrence the tractor, which I never had as a kid, which I'm super happy.
Oh, was he missing out of your old set?
Yeah, there are a few problems that this company has and the sets have, but I'll talk about those flaws when we get to the actual thing. So you may be asking what I'm doing. Am I reviewing this set? Well, no, because I already did. But we're talking about one of my all-time favorite characters of Thomas and Friends, and that is James the Red Engine. Now, everybody loves James the Red Engine, and that's a fact. So the fact that Bluebird Toys made a James the Red Engine set is so awesome. I kind of wish they made James more in the miniature railway, because they have Thomas and Percy. It would be nice if they made James, because it's more bigger and has better things to do. But so here's what the set looks like when it's folded up. You have this red James. Now, this isn't actually painted. I just custom painted it, because it was kind of bland and weird when it was just red. So I just thought it would be nice to customize the set. But you have a picture of the engine. You have the name on the bottom. The company on here, it says Bluebird Toys, Brett Alcroft, Thomas Lewin, 1997.
Let's see if I got a close-up.
So it says 1990.
Hold on a second. There we go.
1997, and right now it's 2022 as we speak. So
25 years.
Yeah, these are pushing 20 years.
25.
25 years. So these are pretty old, and they were made in the UK. I kind of wish they were made in the US, but they're still nice sets to have if you are lucky to find them on eBay, which I don't know, because not often do you see these sets. But anyways, here's what it looks like when it's unfolded. You've probably seen this set before, because I did do a review on it, but this is the exact same Bluebird James set, but you might be asking what's different about it. Well, take a look in this shed. You have the roof here. This roof from the hanger was missing when I first got this set, so I got a new one, and I took the roof off and put it on here. Inside, you get probably one of the best characters to be included in the set, Harold the Helicopter. Now, I love Harold. He's one of my favorite characters. And this is probably one of my favorite pieces of Harold merchandise I have. This is the cutest Harold I own. Bluebird Toys actually did a great job with these characters. They thought about which ones they were going to add, which is amazing. You get Harold with his spinning propellers. He can go on his helipad, which is amazing. That's one of the things I like about the set. Then you have all this other stuff here, which I'll get to, but we have to talk about the holiness that is the James the Red Engine included. And I was freaking out when I saw this James, because it's been a while since I've owned one of this James sets, but if you don't recall, the James I used to have right here didn't have its face, but lo and behold, James actually has his original paper face. It's not ripped off. It's stayed on there. This set is in pretty good condition. and James looks super nice. I think this is one of the best pieces of James merchandise I've had. Like, this is like a super cute James. He's so detailed and everything. He looks so beautiful. He even has the rollers. Now, Trains Extremes has two versions of this James set. One has the wheels and one doesn't for some reason. Like, I don't know how the wheels fall off, but that's weird in my opinion. But I am happy that this James actually has the wheels, because it gives him more features to this, that so he can actually fit on the tracks. And here's his tender. It's pretty cute. Although one problem I do have is that the coupling feels a little bit stiff, because I don't know if it's because it hasn't been used in a while, or if it's like...
Probably, and it's 25 years old.
Yeah, that's... Some of the toys do age as time goes on. Like, there are most things that don't work and some things that do, even after these years. But his coupling still does move. And his buffer beam is like white, which is... I think it's pretty cool and interesting, even though it's supposed to be red. And I like his nice scarlet coat. The problem I do have with the tender is that there's no coupling on the back. Same thing with the troublesome truck here. Don't know why they did that.
Oh, it didn't come with one?
No, they never had one to begin with.
Huh.
But I love the coal on this. It's really nice and textured. And you can hook up the tender, but he can't actually have any trucks if his tender is removed, which is stupid in my opinion. He should have had like a back cover. That would have added so much features to him. But he's still nice and detailed. I love that face. I was like having this panic attack of enjoyment when I saw this face for the first time. Like, I used to have this James set, but I gave it away for some reason when I was like super young. But now that I'm older, like, I would not sell this. You would bet your life I would not get rid of this thing. It's a collectible. It's very valuable. I know that people would be like, let me tell you, people would probably sell one of their kidneys in order to have this set. Most people would like have to like get on eBay and like search nonstop to find these sets, because I'm sure these sets are pretty cool. But yeah, you have this track, you have this beautiful scenery. I love the landscaping. Like, you got the flowers.
Yeah, they do look good.
The grass is pretty nice. Even the trees that it comes with. I don't know what these little knob things are, but you have the white flowers on here. And you have this like little hut here. Then you have, of course, the shed and the roofs. Now, you may be asking why the roofs come off. I mean, don't you think they're going to get lost? Well, yes, they do get lost, because they like... There's like these hinges that come apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing with this bridge. Like, the hinges come off, but in order to like get this set to fold up, you have to like fold the bridge down.
Right.
Because it's like... I don't know what would happen if you like try to fold it up with the bridge on, but it wouldn't work. So that's why they did that on Thomas set. But the James set has no bridge. In fact, it has no loop, which is strange. I think a loop like Thomas' set would have had more play value.
Oh, yeah, that's weird that it's missing that one piece.
Yeah, it's not a full circle. It's just like two dead ends right here, so James can't go far. Another thing is that James is included with a set with the turntable and the dead end, so I think one thing Trains Extreme says that James is not suited for this set, which I highly disagree. I'm happy that they made James the Red Engine because he's awesome. I think there was rumors to be a Percy set, but they decided to make James instead.
Okay.
But it's nice to have James the Red Engine because he's one of my favorite characters. Same with Thomas. Like, this is a really good Thomas. So, I think the Thomas set has more features than the James set. You've got the boulders that fall off. You have the hill that Thomas can go down. You have the loop that he can go around. He can go on an infinite loop and no dead ends. You have Terrence and the truck, which is more interesting. The logs that fall down. This roof that opens and closes. The possibilities with this set is endless. Yeah, but there's like less features that this Bluebird James set has than the Thomas does. But what's interesting is that there are a few key things that make it unique compared to the other Thomas set. So first, let's address James's dead ends here. So the track starts here in the sheds, and he just like goes around past the signal box, which is cool, past Harold's airfield, down the station, then his path stops. I don't know why they didn't add a loop. I think that would have been more senseful.
Yeah. That little tiny building is cute.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to be?
I think this is a little hut or a house.
Let me see if I can get a close up.
Yeah, these things are like super tiny. Almost like microscopic sets, but they're not that tiny.
Yeah, they look like Polly Pockets.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
I think
like
they made the Polly Pockets for girls and the
Thomas sets
Thomas for boys. Yeah.
Yeah. There's supposed to be like a new My Little Pony and Polly Pocket set called
Oh, wow.
Mini World Magic, but the problem I have with that is that it's not Generation 4, it's Generation 5. It would have been nice if they made Generation 4 because I would have loved to see characters like Rainbow Dash
Is
or
it already out
Fluttershy.
yet or no?
It is out, but the characters are Generation 5 instead of Generation
Gotcha.
4. I don't hate Generation 5, it's pretty good, but I like Generation 4 more. But back to Thomas, so James doesn't really do much, and he was included with a set with the turntable. But the problem is that kids don't want to make their trains go backwards and forwards, especially a 10 engine like James.
You have 11 minutes.
Okay, so the turntable actually does spin. You have these little cog things on the sides, and you might be asking what they do. Well, they turn the turntable.
Oh, gotcha.
A problem I have with the turntable is that there's a few things. So, one, the turntable isn't fully aligned. When you spin it, it doesn't line up. But in order to get it aligned, you have to get the turntable to click. It'll like, it does this thing where it like clicks, and then it spins in different directions. But in order to get it to fully aligned, you have to click it in place.
Stick it, yeah.
Yeah. I like this turntable more than this one because it's more free and footloose. I forgot to mention the fence is a nice addition. It really adds more.
Cute.
This is a really nice landscape, and whoever did the Bluebird company who did this set is really awesome. I'm sad they got bankrupt because this is a beautiful set. Anyways, James doesn't really fit in his shed. Only his tender fits. So he's just like stuck on the turntable. And wait, like, yeah, James can't really like spin on the turntable because he gets stuck and he like comes off and derails, so he can't go anywhere. But, however, if you, like, I love that these sets are compatible with each other, so you can have Thomas on this set.
Does he spin? Yep.
And he fits more nicely on the turntable, I'm not going to lie. Like, he is better suited for the set. Like, but then again, he can't go very far, because he, like, stops right here and can't go anywhere else.
Oh, there's a little bumper there.
Yeah, the buffers, like, are really nice, but I don't understand why they, like, put them there, but, yeah.
Is there one at the other end, too?
Yeah, there's one. I love the buffers.
Oh,
but
yeah, those are... Move your fingers. That's a good close-up.
yeah, they're right there.
Those are adorable.
Okay, so Thomas actually does fit in his shed. He's not too big like Trains Extremes thought. He can actually fit in his sheds. And he actually fits better because he's not like that big. James is like huge compared to Thomas. He's like super long with that tender. Only way you could get him to fit is if he has tender removed, but he can't go very far without that coal.
Yep.
Alright, so another thing that I absolutely love to death about the set is the satellite radar dish. It spins around when you turn this cog. And you might be asking why it has this knob and why Harold has a hole. Well, you put 2 and 2 together. And I used to do this a lot. I really love this feature. Bluebird Toys is smart and they did a great job. And Harold just like flies around and his propellers actually spin as well, so that's a bonus.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you can. I think this like is better than like just having James go back and forth in the dead ends.
Yeah, that's cute.
Like this is more attractive than the James part of the set, but I still think James is really awesome. Yeah, like this is a really great set. If only Mattel made something like this, it would have been nice.
Yeah, I wish they would.
Yeah, I wish
They would sell so many.
I wish they could like bring this back with all engines go and like
for kids when they're in the car and in the stroller and at
Well,
a restaurant, any place they need something.
I wouldn't
little.
recommend taking these anywhere because like it's easy to lose these. One thing that makes me mad about these sets is when the pieces are so small they get lost.
Right.
I mean, they're still cute. Don't get me wrong, they're adorable, but I really hate on eBay when you like sell these. They like are missing
Without the pieces. Yeah.
I was like, what is the purpose of selling? Like, why are you gonna sell something if it's not complete? That's like that makes no sense.
Maybe if someone had the trains but not the set.
Now, a few things that don't make any sense is that they do lose these, but
You're at 14.
I mean, kids should know that these roofs like are meant for storage compartments, so you can like store them. I don't know why kids don't know that. And then another thing is that, okay, I think I should address the massive elephant in the room with the biggest problems with the set. But first, let's talk about my custom.
Hard time uploading this if it goes on too long.
Right, so sorry if I'm talking too long, but I have made this custom Bluebird Edwards set, and it actually comes with a little customized Edward the Blue Engine.
Did you make it out of it, James?
Yeah, it's made
That's
out of
really
James.
cute.
He is pretty nice. Like, I did get a comment asking if I could make a Bluebird Edwards set.
Did we print the face?
Yeah, we printed the face. This was my first James where it didn't have the face, but this is like better because it has the face.
Right.
Like, this looked
But
kind
you printed this face off of the ad for the real one, right? Or off of a picture of a real one?
of... It was actually an Ertl miniature, James, that looked nothing like this. It was close, but it wasn't...
You mean
slightly
Edward?
there. Yeah, Edward. So, yeah. He isn't that accurate because he doesn't have that wheel arrangement, but
That's cute, though.
he is nice. And the rollers do roll more smoothly. James, like, I don't know why James is a bit stiff, but yeah. You can have Edward on this set. The roof is missing off of there because I took it off and put it on here.
Gotcha.
Here's what I hate about this set. The satellite dish is bent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw that
Oh, it is leaning, yeah.
Yeah, when I saw pictures of the listing of this set, this is what it looked like before I took the roof off of here and had it here.
Right.
Now, if you put Harold on here, he doesn't really, like, fly that straight. He just, like, flies kind of jagged and
It's
weird.
not bad.
But yeah, I like this satellite dish more. My theory is that when people tell you that, oh, we're leaving soon, come on, like...
You just smash it right up in it, yeah.
What has to be made sure is that you have to put it on the side to make sure it lines up. If you, like, take this, just slam it shut, it just, like, gets smashed.
That's probably what happened.
That's one thing I hate. Kids probably didn't know that.
Right.
Like, Train Streams has one of these, and the satellite dish has been as well, but if I've been to the other side, but yeah, I kind of hate that, but which is why I'm happy that this set is in mint condition, unlike the other one.
17.
Alright, so finally, let's talk about the epicness. So, James is compatible with the Thomas set, so I think he fits more on this set because you have the loop and there's no dead ends, so James can, like, roam around as he pleases and just do, he rolls perfectly down the hill with his tender. He, like, looks really nice on the set. So you can have him, like, go around this infinite loop.
Cute.
And you put Thomas on here as well. Like, I'm happy that these two sets are compatible. I wish that the miniature railway wasn't bigger than this.
Is that the only two they made, or did they make more?
They made 2 other sets, but they're not compatible with these two.
Oh, but they don't have any more of the fold-up ones?
No, they're a much bigger scale. They don't fold up.
Yeah.
I don't know why Bluebird made the stupid decision to make those 2 sets not compatible with these and make the characters bigger. Because I would prefer...
Is it the one where they snap together? Like puzzle pieces?
They don't snap together. They're all just one piece.
They just lay together?
They're just... It has just one whole piece with a bunch of tracks, and
okay.
It's like one big loop
Yeah.
with a bunch of sidings and stuff.
Okay, so, yeah.
But you can do other things like with it. You have a turntable, you have a crane, all that kind of stuff. It also has Percy, which is cool.
Do you have that one now or no?
I used to have that set, but not anymore.
Okay.
I don't know if I want it or not, because it's not compatible, but... I mean, it is kind of nice, but... with detail-wise, not size-wise.
Right.
I kind of hate that it's bigger. These are 2 of my favorite sets because of how cute they
18.
are. The faces on these are beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
no
they're
cap.
so cute.
Look at
Be real
these.
still.
You can tell that they put a lot of effort in this Thomas
they're cute.
Tankage. And, like, this is back when Thomas used... I kind of miss the good old days of Thomas when it wasn't garbage. It was loved by many people over the age of, like, 17.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's all about these sets, but they're super nice. They're really awesome. They're super rare.
Yep, you're lucky to have them.
If you want these sets, you probably would have to, like, keep on searching until you find them. And these are, like, super hard to get. If you find one, I highly recommend you get it as fast as you can, unless someone else gets it. I was just super lucky to, like... I just found this set by pure luck. It was, like, by a landslide. I was hoping to get a set with Harold. And now I have, and this was all worth it in the end. And I'm super happy to have these sets.
It was like $60, wasn't it?
Even though, like, one day these might get lost in the voids of time and forgotten, but most people might remember these sets if they're from the UK. Most US people might not know what these are, but if they find them on eBay... Like, one thing that surprised me is that some American eBayers have these sets, even though they're UK exclusive items, like the Ertl Thomas Emily. But yeah. So, like, what you're supposed to do is, like...
20 minutes.
In order to make sure these aren't lost, you have to put them in the sheds, and you have to make sure the satellite dish is on this side, or else it's going to get smashed if you slam it shut. But either way, I'm still happy with these sets, and they're super cute.
You painted the fronts, right?
Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below what you think of the Bluebird James set. And if you see it on eBay, then you better get it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!